Hello riders and not. Today on the vlog is a brand new Harley Davidson Softail Street Bob. You know what? I am very excited. I believe that Harley came a long way just like everybody else, since in 2016 I purchased my first motorcycle, my Harley Davidson Sportster Iron 883, which I still have. It has nearly 50,000 miles done, hardly doing any mileage on it, just a few thousand a year unfortunately now, because I am riding so many other different motorcycles, but it's still one of my favorite bikes to ride. Maybe because it was my first motorcycle, I don't know, but I believe that my heart is a V-shape. And the V-twin is my favorite sound and the favorite beat of a motorcycle. So today I'm very excited to try a brand new Milwaukee 817 cubic inches beast heart on the Street Bob. As most of the Harleys are and most of the cruisers, as you can see, the seat is low, so anybody, literally anybody could reach it. I'm 1.75 meters, 5'9", and as you can see, I feel on this, I feel almost like on my Sportster, except my Sportster bars are lower and these are higher. I'm not the biggest fan of a high bars, but on the bike I'm building, I will have rabbit ears, I will have higher bars. However, it has different sitting positions, so on this I would probably bob it. And in my humble opinion, a Softail range is a modern Harley that you can really play with and really customize to your own style and your own needs, just like Sportster used to be in 2016 when I got one. Not anymore, but that is my personal opinion. You can have your own, you can argue with me, I'm up for it, because comment 7 words or more brings more people to the channel and helps the algorithm. So you are welcome to have an argument anytime you want. Coming back to the size, the bars are nice and high. I haven't ridden it yet. That's how I start most of my reviews. I try not to ride a bike when I'm talking about the size and I'm talking about the look and I'm talking about the first feeling, because that's what you get when you come to the dealership and sit on the bike first time. That's what you feel. And then I want to take you through all the feelings of like what it is like to ride first. And obviously I have an advantage of riding motorcycles longer than most people on the test ride or ride at all, because sometimes you don't have local dealerships and you maybe order it online or buy it without riding, like I got my Sportster. So first things first is the size. Everything feels absolutely fine. Mirrors haven't changed. It's exactly the same shape. I have mine flipped down, so these are flippable as well. Same quite heavy levers. It's a Harley Davidson, baby. The controls are kind of mid-forwards, not entirely forwards, and not the mid-forwards. Probably standing wouldn't be comfortable on that because you sit quite low in the seat. This kind of bobber seat. I really like the design of the seat. It does remind me my Sportster is just bigger and more powerful. My Sportster was 883 and this is 1900cc motorcycle. It's just ridiculous. And I am excited to ride it. As all the Harleys, the side stand has like a leaning thing, so like it leans and leans and leans, so you almost feel like you put the bike down, but you're not. It leans more and more and more. And if it is your first Harley, you have to bear that in mind, because sometimes it feels like you're gonna drop it, but you're not. You are fine. This is how it is designed. For, I don't know what is the reason for that, but it's probably to hold the weight of the bike, probably some engineering solutions that Harley came with. Looking from the top, all the buttons, they've changed because now we have mods. We have traction control, which you can probably switch off because it says here on the button TC, which is traction control. You have modes button, which you can change while you're riding and while you're standing. We're starting in the street or road mode, because otherwise if I'll start in sport, then the street mode might be not as exciting. Probably not touching the rain mode because it is not raining today. It is a beautiful weather and I'm looking forward to have a beautiful ride. On the other side we have a cruise control with set and reset. I like Harley buttons because I am used to it. I like Harley buttons. I like that they have a indicator switches on both sides because I am used to that, and trust me, it took me a while to get used to a different ones. Like, yeah, you see that leaning, I like 50,000 miles, I still check that on my bike. What I was talking about, it's so much because I am like, that's my home. That's the bike I started riding on, and you can expect a lot of personal sentiments in this review. So if you are looking for somebody non-biased, go to a sports bike riders who took a cruiser and they will talk from a different perspective. I am talking from somebody who started on the cruisers and who owns now 2 Harley Davidson, like 1.5. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so much torque. Why didn't I test modern Harleys before? I don't know. I think once they discontinued the old Softail Dyna, which I loved, and then the Sportster, my Sportster, they discontinued my Sportster. I wasn't happy. I thought, where is this going? Where the brand is going? And I kind of ignored them for a while, but I'm so happy that finally I decided to test ride a modern Harley, because a modern Softail, it's fun. It's really fun to ride, honestly. The foot pegs are a little bit too high for me. My knees are slightly higher than, or the seat slightly lower, so I either have to lift the seat or lower down or have forwards in this, because I don't like when my knees are higher. Like, I don't know if you can see that, I will show again when I'll stop, but when riding I can feel that my knees are higher than my bum, which makes it elevated, and it's not, I think for a long journey it wouldn't be comfortable, and the seat is carved, so I kind of have nowhere to move to make a little bit more of a more comfortable angle for my legs. My legs are slightly too long for this motorcycle. Also the bars, I would prefer them slightly closer if it is that height. But I prefer sitting like more forward if it is that foot position. However, if I would have forwards, then definitely have a bar slightly closer, which I believe is 4 bolts Allen key, and just move them forward. Easy fix, absolutely. Everything else, all the buttons are very easy to control and very easy to reach. I'm in the sports mode now. I started riding in the road mode, and the sports mode is more exciting. Obviously it is, so I just stick to a sports mode for now. But it's easy to change it just like so. So I'm in the rain and then back to road. If you are willing to see that. Damn, I'm having fun.
Oh my god. Maybe I just missed riding. When last time I was riding? Oh yeah, yesterday. Anyway, the weather is nice, the roads are beautiful, the surroundings are beautiful, and motorcycle has so much torque that it's hard not to be excited. It's hard not to be happy about that. Let's talk about the other things. Suspension is definitely on the harder side. I hit some bumpy roads and I was jumping, but I have to double check if it is adjustable, especially the rear, because normally they set up suspension, especially on the cruisers and Harleys, for people way bigger than me, like 20 kg, 30 kg bigger. So considering that, it probably would be good for majority of the people. It's not like unbearable, but from a cruiser I would expect a little bit softer suspension, whereas this is pretty hard for me, for my weight. But I found that majority of bikes are harder. However, handling and cornering, I prefer harder suspension. What else? I spoke about the sitting position, I spoke about the torque, which I can speak about forever. I spoke about the gears. I haven't even tried the sixth. Is it a sixth gear here? So I'm in third now. Got too slow for fifth or sixth. Wrong way. Second now. Second gear. I don't know how much I can lean, to be honest, so I keep this quite upright because on my bike I scratch the pegs very quickly and I don't want to scratch anything on this. Oh my god, that's so good. So good. Even going 40 miles per hour because of the torque and because of that aggressive sitting position, and because it's a Harley, I don't know what it is about it, but it just makes me happy. The weight of a bike is very sweet. It's definitely not too heavy. It is heavier than a Sportster, however, it's not as heavy as a bagger, so it's very sweet, nice weight and a very sweet, nice size, whereas bigger than a Sporty, but not too big if you're in the urban traffic a lot. I am a lot more careful than on other bikes because I have to be on dealership bikes. That's gonna cost me a lot, any scratch, and this is the reason why I'm riding a lot more carefully than if that would be my bike. To switch to fast. We're going very slow. So going very slow with a bike that's talking, the engine that big, is surprisingly easy. Obviously I am feathering and using the clutch quite a bit. Not feathering, I'm pulling it with all 4 fingers. And then going almost like, let's see, when it's not happy in the fast. Up to 20, it's happy. No, it's kind of meh. After 20, first gear becomes meh and you switch to second. So that is the traffic and city riding. Let's see if I can go in there. Thank you very much, good soul, madam.
How exciting that ride was. Oh my god, I'm so glad that I decided to take a modern Harley for a test ride, because it changed my opinion about the modern Harley Davidsons. I think they are still can be really fun to ride and really exciting. A few things that I've noticed after today's ride, a couple hours on the bike, apart from it being extremely fun torquey, but at the same time smooth enough at the low range, which I found surprising with such a big V-twin. And we have Harleys all over the place with such a big V-twin and so much torque. I found it's still quite smooth riding in the traffic. However, you have to use the clutch quite a bit, and even with the clutch fully pulled in, it's still rolling. You have to use your brakes because it's just going. That baby wants to go. Also, I found that in the traffic, after some time, I don't know how long I spent, my little hand, my wrist got tired. Maybe I have to do those exercises, you know, when you squeeze the ball or something. No naughty comments to this. You are not allowed to comment naughty, because if I would be a man, you wouldn't. Anyway, the clutch is on the heavier side, but that's a Harley. I kind of expected that. And now we're getting a custom softail coming, and I will show how you can customize a modern softail and make it look even more old school, even more retro. 2023 softail. It's not a street bob, isn't it? Very similar to street bob. Softail standard coming from Guildford Harley Davidson. It's already sold, by the way, so it's not for sale. I just want to show you what you can do with a modern softail Harley. So guys, I have both keys, my microphone, and I can start both bikes for you to compare. We will start with the stock one because I don't want to spoil it. We're starting with the custom pipes because obviously that will sound better. I'll clip it on the number plate, the same place on both bikes. Enough of that, and let's go to a custom one. I can't see number plate, but we will try to clip on the same kind of side on this. And those of you who are not riding Harley Davidson and asking why Harley Davidson riders are always revving, this is why. Because we enjoy that sound so much. And now what I would do with this, I quite like the seat, but I don't like how low I sit. And if you will look now at the angle, my knee is higher than my bum. You can't probably see it very well when can you see? My knee is higher than my bum. And I complained about it already. Not complained, but I told to the dealership that one of the first changes I would do, either do forwards or lift up the seat to have I have to sit somewhere here to be comfortable. And they said that the pegs were lifted to have more clearance from the ground, and it is more clearance comparing with the old Softails with the Diners, for example. So really I could lean further on the roundabouts without scratching the pegs. The seat or the pegs would be my first change. The bars, personally for me, would go forward definitely, but probably lower as well. Blackout, 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 everything. I would probably bob it, and the front would put fat as well. Like I would make it mean black Harley, another mean black Harley Davidson. Because it's never enough of them on the road. I really liked it. I think I want one. But those who are regular knows that I want maybe 30 bikes. I just love riding, and I really enjoyed riding this. And I'm saying this not just because I am nostalgic about the Harley Davidsons, and not because I borrowed it from the dealership or anyone. I told anyone that I will make a good review. No, I'm saying this because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed riding this, and I want to do that more. Don't ask me to compare this with other cruisers that I'm riding, because I don't like that. I don't like comparing apples and oranges, because they are different, and one day I want an orange and another day I want an apple. It's uncomparable. I'm comparing this with the same brand, with a similar engine, with a similar size, with a similar feeling, because otherwise it's just different, isn't it? That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you want to see more Harley Davidson content, and I'll see what I can do about it.